In this video, I'd like to show you how to use Zoom web conferencing to record a lecture and then stick the link to that recording in your As You Learn course. So let's start out by going to AppState's instance of Zoom, which is appstate.zoom.us. If you go there, you'll see our landing page. We've got a picture of our library. You'll click Login. This uses Shibboleth like most other services at AppState. You click Sign In from there, and you'll be delivered to the Zoom dashboard. We're going to look for the Meetings item in the left nav bar, and coming across the top, we're going to choose Personal Meeting Room. Simply signing in to this Zoom page with Shibboleth grants you a Zoom Pro license, so you can host an unlimited number of meetings with up to 300 people in each one. But here we're just going to go into our personal meeting room alone and record it to record a lecture. So here along the top, I've clicked on Personal Meeting Room, and then over at the right you'll see there's a link to Start the Meeting. So I'll click that now. And you see it turned my camera on. If I'd like to, I could just start talking to my students here. But before I do that, a couple of things I need to set. There's a record button down here, and that's the key. There's also a button that says Share Screen. So I can click on this up arrow and I can choose what I would like to share. I could choose either one of the two monitors I have. I could pull up a whiteboard. I can choose a website I have open. Anything that's open on my computer. If I had a PowerPoint open, that would show up. But in reality, I mostly just share my entire screen because when I'm delivering a lecture, I might want to drag several different examples onto the screen, and I just like to know that my students can see anything that's going on this entire screen. So in this case, I'll just click Screen 2, and I'll say Share. So now, this whole screen is being shared. There's a green bar all the way around it so that I can see it's being shared. And if I wanted to start a recording, I could click the record button, and we always want to choose record to the cloud. What that will do is save this recording when you're done. When you end the meeting, it will save the recording to the Zoom cloud and send an email to you at your AppState Gmail with a link that you can share by pasting that link into your As You Learn course. So I'm sharing my screen. I'm ready to go. If I click Record to the Cloud, you'll see up here in the top left the recording is started. And I'll just drag this out of the way. I don't need it right now. I'll drag it over to my other monitor, or you could minimize it. And so now I can share anything that is going on this screen. If I just wanted to show my desktop, a nice picture of a bicycle, I could push this aside. I could open a PowerPoint if I wish. If I had a PowerPoint I wanted to lecture from, I could drag it over here, throw it into reading view, and then I could go through and, hi students, today we're going to talk about using Google Forms for micro surveys, and I could flip through my slides the same way I would do if I were in class. I don't have to use a PowerPoint. If I wanted to go to my As You Learn course, I could do that. If I wanted to go to some other website, I could do that. The way this works is anything that is displayed on this desktop is being recorded. So your students can see, it's like they're in your office looking over your shoulder. If you can see it on your monitor, so can they. So if you're doing a tutorial in Excel, if you're running software specific to your discipline for a simulation, all of it is right here, and it's all being recorded. So say I've decided to finish my lecture, I'm going to go back to the Zoom controls here. I'll drag them back over into this window, and I'll say I would like to end my meeting. And my meeting ends. So what's going to happen after that is 10-15 minutes or so after you end your meeting, you'll see that you've received an email from noreply@zoom.us that says, hey, your cloud recording is now available. It has 2 links. Don't send the first one. The first one is just for the host so you can see the recording details. But then there's a share recording with viewers link. I usually just right click on it and copy the link address. If you like to select it all and then do Control C or Command C on a Mac, however you like to copy links. And then we can go to our As You Learn course and put this in as a URL. Students can click on the link. I'm going to log into As You Learn here. Students can click on the link and they can watch that recording of that lecture we just did. So I'll drop into I've got a little test course here I'm using for this example. I'll drop in there. I'll turn editing on. And for the sake of this example, I'll just add I'll just add a URL, since that's a URL we have on the clipboard. I would point out, for the sake of argument, if you wanted to put commentary around it, like directions for homework or other things you want, you could add it on a page, and then you could type a paragraph of text and then put the link on that page if you want. Here we're just going to say a URL, and I'll click Add. Just very quickly to do this, and I'll give it a name. I'll say Online Lecture. And we're going to paste that URL that we copied from the Zoom email. Paste that in, and we'll scroll down and say Save and Return to Course. And then we'll see when we click on this online lecture link,
and a new window opens with the recording embedded in this page. Students can press play to watch it. They can increase the speed, or they can full screen. And it works very well. I hope this helps.